Hello everyone, Ruse HD here again with another 1v1 commentary. Thanks to Wolfy for uploading this on rusereplays.com. I'm doing this today for you. It looks like it's going to be Wolfy playing as a USSR player against one of the Eugen staff, MadMat. Should be a fairly good matchup. Let's start this off. So it looks like right off the bat, let me just play this for you guys. There's a blitz camouflage net on this side for MadMat. Looks like there's nothing so far. Let's see if he pulls anything up. See, as I state in my other videos, you're going to want to... He's going to camouflage net right after this, I believe. Yes, there we go. That's always the best thing. You want to camouflage net just before your truck reaches your first building. I'll always state that in most of my videos, but you guys probably understand by now, but it's just the best thing. Just save yourself extra time in the ruse count for your camouflage net, and it also works if you're going to do it for radio silence. Wait for that unit to almost come out, then pump that radio silence out and get that unit hidden just before the unit comes out. He's also going to actually hide this side over here, it looks like. He's also going to place a camouflage net, and he's actually going to have a armor base coming out just for like a forward spawn location, just so the enemy doesn't know. Possibly might be a tank rush coming early, but who knows, we'll see in a second maybe. Looks like there's actually a forward barracks. He's going to be pushing up with that barracks very quickly. He's going to be pumping out units. The only thing is that once Wolfy pumps out one unit, then MadMat will actually know that there's a unit building right here. He does pump out quick armored recon, and he also pumps out artillery anti-air base. So Wolfy looks like he's going to be going artillery to start, which makes sense because USSR is the best artillery nation in the game. And initially I really like what MadMat's doing right off the bat. He's pretty much securing his entire base right off the get-go very early, just in case there's any surprises coming his way, possibly maybe a blitz, radio silence infantry rush on the right side or left side. But pretty much this is also just for late game or mid game, just reassurance. It's best to do it right off the bat and put the units where they need to be to save yourself time maybe later, because maybe later in the game when you're in a battle, you won't know what's going on. Just pause for a second. You won't know what's going on because you'll be so focused in the middle. Then you will have to actually make that unit, then put it over there, say in the corner, over here in the trees, and you won't have time just because you're trying to focus on this battle. And at the same time, when this battle's going on, you could be zoomed out, just say like this, or actually not that far, but just say like this, you're zoomed out and you don't have that recon over there, and you sort of just send it and you start focusing again, and if it was already there, you would have saw that rush coming in from the direction, and by then it's too late because you're now not focusing on what's going on actually around you. So you always want to put your recon out as soon as possible, right at the start of the game. It doesn't have to be immediately, but you want to get them out within the first 5 minutes. You want to have every single area of your base covered, at least within the first 5 minutes at the very most. So it looks like the game's going to start. Got 2 armor recon. It looks like that MadMat's going to pump out basic light tank Stewart. Not my favorite unit, but I guess if armor recon can pretty much, I believe, stand up to it fairly effectively. Probably in 1v1 the light tank would win, but you never know. And it looks like actually he's also going to pump out some anti-tank. Looks like just a basic 45mm anti-tank, and right now MadMat's only going infantry and armor. As playing this at USA, it's always good to have that ground force. So I'm going to start this game up again. And right now it looks like I don't know if they're using any more ruses. Still got the camouflage net, and I still have the radio silence. I don't understand actually why he's actually radio silencing here in the middle, especially since it's armored recon. He knows this is a armored recon vehicle. I don't know if he actually just placed that. It looks like he actually did just place it, so maybe he wasn't expecting this armored recon to come, or this unit to come, so he was actually trying to hide it. Then once his Willie's truck probably saw it was just armored recon, he probably was sort of kicking himself for wasting a ruse for no apparent reason, just because there's no real point to ruse unless he thought it was something like big, like a heavy tank coming, or maybe something early that he wouldn't expect. But nonetheless, he's going to radio silence, put his units in the middle, and force Wolfy to use recon to scout ahead, and he's going to keep those probably light tanks right on that line. Looks like he's actually going to. Looks like he actually knows exactly what he's doing. Being a dev, I would assume he would know what he's doing. Looks like he actually might push out right here at the start and try and go for a quick attack. Maybe assuming that assuming that Wolfy only has just a straight up barracks. He doesn't know what else he has, so possibly taking a risk right here. Actually, it looks like he's just trying to push out to grab this forward base supply depot. He'll also be sending some infantry just to reassure that base on that right side, or his left. Probably put the infantry in this town right here, or city, whatever you want to call it. Actually, it's not going to be a depot. It's going to be a forward barracks, which is very surprising due to the fact that there's an armored recon right there. I sort of don't understand that play. Did he actually ruse? No, he just blitzed. So a little awkward to put the barracks right there when your opponent will know it's there. Pretty much just stops any infantry, any surprise attack he would go for. But possibly he might be going for a distraction. He might be trying to distract Wolfy on this right side and possibly sneak infantry down this left road. It looks like he might be doing that. By the time his infantry get right to this bridge, if Wolfy's focusing on this right side, he might not see these infantry come into this town just because they'll hide instantly almost. But it looks like a plane is in play. It looks like there's going to be a couple of bombers. Actually, they are heavy bombers, not even joking around, not even playing it safe, going right for heavy bombers. As you can see, he can sort of see the unit as it goes into the town, so the radio sounds didn't really work, but nonetheless, he could have distracted him. And also, he has middle map control. Looks like he's just going to straight up bomb this middle base, and it looks like an anti-air bunker might come up, and this might possibly take this plane down. I do not know. It's actually on fire right off the bat. The next volley of shells, flak. Yes, the flak does take it down. That's a very big hit, especially just to take the depot. That plane's probably $40 to $50. That heavy plane. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know why Wolfy just actually. Oh, it looked like, was there a radio? Was there a camouflage net? Let's see. It looks like he just put that camouflage net down actually. Just as that plane flew over. Very good ruse strategy by MadMat. The only thing is, he sort of messed up his own ruse. When you ruse to avoid a bomber, it's not the best idea to then immediately spit units out of that same building he was going for, especially infantry or anything. Because if you push out any unit out of that building, as soon as, I'll just pause it for a second so I don't miss any play. If when he pumped those units out of here, this bomber can actually target those little circles, those units, and when it drops its load, since it's a heavy bomber, it would have killed probably all 3 of those units plus the building and even a supply depot if it was there. So not the best idea. It was a good strategy to use that camouflage net, but it wasn't the best strategy to pump units out right away due to the fact that his radio silence ended. He might not have known his radio silence ended. That's why he actually ended up spitting those units out, but it was a very big gamble to spit out those units just in case he could have turned. And it looks like that light infantry actually just got taken down by that heavy infantry. It did not look like MadMat knew that they had he had heavy infantry out, and when he went on that sort of 3v4 or 4v5 battle, he ended up losing to that heavy infantry, and now it looks like Wolfy's going to take his own town on that same side. Well, like I said, very risky to pump out units once that bomber flies over. Yes, the bomber is not going to be able to attack your building, but if it attacks the units near that building, the building is going to go down and cause mass damage, especially if you're pumping out a basic infantry type unit or truck. You're going to get that. That's also going to die. So it looks like he actually got a successful bombing run. He only killed just the depot, so another 40 points for him. It's going to also take down time. That depot's take a while for him to actually get that truck to the depot, make the depot, and now put those depot trucks back to his base. So a little bit of time lost, which is also money lost, which is not good in this game. Looks like he's going to actually surprise attack here in the middle. It looked like he just actually tried to fool. Looks like he just fooled MadMat by just running his units into the middle and then running his units out the other side. So MadMat actually thought that there was nothing else, nothing else inside the town, and actually there was, and he just lost a light tank. Looks like he's going to keep pushing with these light tanks across the middle, but not the best